common room last night. Looked like a war had broken out.
There was a rumor that if you knocked on the barrels in the rhythm of a Christmas carol, you'd get a present.
It's my favorite place in the entire school. If I didn't have that fireplace to sit next to, I think I should be terribly homesick.
Let's be sure we make some time to study later then. The common room's a bit rowdy of late, so I've taken to using the library.
Always wondered what the other house's common rooms look like. Ours is the best, of course. Still, I do wonder.
I know what you mean.
I find its location a little untoward myself.
Lumos.
I wonder how we'd get into Black's office. Not that I'd want to go in, mind you. Well, not if he's there. Hogwarts is a second home to me. Feeling a bit nostalgic about leaving one day. Muggle school is so dull compared to Hogwarts. I'd imagine. Never been to a Muggle school myself.
Revelio. Lumos. Accio. Lumos. Lumos. Revelio. Lumos. Protego. Revelio.
Whee! Oh, not again!
Here I've come from the toilet bowl where she said I could swim, did you praxia mole? As long as 'twere only one time per week, I can plunge the boy's lavatory, not for the meek.
These peas will make me late.
He tried to stop me, did rancorous carp, sought to trap me, confine me inside of a jar. But he failed, as did his containment charms, so I took my revenge to wreak havoc and harm. It was granted my privileges be handsome indeed, or I'd fire up the cannon, and so she agreed. To draw up a contract with her, not with him, that if I behaved, I'd have one weekly swim! Whee!
I'll get you for this.
Revelio. Revelio.
Oh, whoever played that note needs to reconsider their profession.
Revelio.
Augustus Hill just wants to advise us. He's always. And then
Revelio. Lumos. Revelio.
Off on another adventure, are we?
Revelio.
Never risk leaving things in the dormitory without a muggle repelling charm. What? It's highly logical.
Revelio. Revelio.
I suppose one could smuggle a pet into the dormitory if one was willing to use a disillusionment charm. But is it worth it for a common cat?
Our dorm's atrocious. I do wish people would clean up after themselves once in a while. A Bunderman destroyed my homework last night. And it was potions.
I can't even cast Lumos for 2 seconds to do a bit of late night reading without my dorm mates getting riled up.
My side of the dormitory is always spotless. Can't say the same for my housemates. If I didn't know better, I'd say they were raised by trolls.
Someone loaned me a book on the International Confederation of Wizards. I was looking forward to reading it.
My father said he used to hide his schoolwork under his bed.
We're going to see who can stay up the latest. Sleeping drafts should ensure my victory. Fear is weakness. I never feel fear.
Have you ever visited any of the hamlets outside of Hogsmeade? Some nice shops to be found.
Hogsmeade is the only village in the village I heard an Exora lives in a hamlet outside Hogsmeade. Think I would quite like to. He is fighting dark wizards.
I'd like to do some window shopping in Hogsmeade this weekend. I don't have the galleons to actually buy anything.
I'd like to retire to Hogsmeade one day. Open a pub. For future Hogwarts pupils with tales of my childhood.
Sometimes I wish I needed a new wand, just so I'd have an excuse to visit Ollivanders again. I could open wand boxes all day.
Any news about the dragon in the pit upon fall? Would be enough to make me move, to be honest.
Is that all you've got?
Levioso!
Professor Hecat!
Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces in your own time. I get new students every year, but I only have one Hebridean black skull. It was a token from the Great Poacher Raid of 1878. No doubt you've heard of it. Now, you may be asking yourself how an old woman like me single-handedly took out the largest poacher ring in eastern Wales and lived to boast about it. Knowledge. To the wise, age matters very little. Today we will review a spell that has saved me from death at the hands of dark wizards more times than I care to remember. Levioso.
Levioso? A levitation charm?
Levioso! A surprised opponent is a weak opponent. Care to defend yourself, Master Pruitt? No? One thing I've learned as an unspeakable is the value of simplicity, especially in the heat of battle. Now, let's practice what we've just learned, starting with something small.
Levioso.
Now, let's try something a little larger. Let us begin with the basic cast. See how the dummy deflected your cast? This time, cast Levioso first, then the basic cast. Remember, a surprised opponent is a weak opponent. As Master. Good. Now, the basic cast. Well done. Very good, but the best way to practice is by dueling. We'll start with you two. Duelists, take your marks.
Time for a proper Hogwarts welcome.
Now, I want a fair duel, using only Levioso, basic cast, and Protego. You may begin.
This should be easy.
Levioso. Good form. I know. This can't be your first duel. Let's just say I'm a quick learner. Stupid wonder. Levioso.
I do enjoy a lively duel. Even all of my students are this adept.
Not bad for a beginner. You give as good as you get.
I put you on the spot, and you rose to the challenge. Points to Ravenclaw.
Thank you, Professor Hecat. Glad to have the opportunity to practice.
If what I've seen today is any indication, we can expect great things from you. I demand excellence from my students. They are capable of achieving it, and they must achieve it. A classroom duel is one thing, but battling dark wizards, or as ever more likely, goblins, is a different kettle of Grindylows entirely.
Understood, Professor.
So, I'd advise you to keep practicing whenever you can. Perhaps Mr. Sallow will have some ideas for you. Again, well done today. I shall reach out soon with additional assignments. All right, that's enough spectacle for one day. Class is dismissed.
If you know the right spells, it's dark wizards that'll fear you, not the other way around.
I'd hate to face Professor Hecat in a duel.
Oh, I'm not much for dueling. I prefer to keep things friendly.
You dueled Sebastian. He's strong competition. Well done.
Nice work.
I enjoyed that.
Well, that duel was quite something. Everyone will be talking about it.
It was certainly good practice.
Practice? It felt more like I was dueling an expert. Sebastian Sallow, by the way. Didn't expect a new student to be so deft with a wand. Then again, perhaps this wasn't your first duel.
I've dueled enough. Consider yourself lucky I held back.
Huh, fair enough. You owe me an honest duel when you aren't. You know, you might be a perfect fit for a certain exclusive, unsanctioned dueling organization.
Exclusive and unsanctioned. Count me in.
Excellent. Knew I was right about you. If you want to get the most out of your time at Hogwarts, you're going to need to break the rules now and then. Whether it's joining a secret dueling club, or sneaking into the restricted section of the library, you just have to be clever enough not to get caught.
Thank you, Sebastian. I'll keep that in mind.
Good. Pleasure chatting with you. I'm sure I'll see you soon. Perhaps somewhere unsanctioned? We'll see if your performance today was sheer luck or actual skill. Look for Luke and Brattleby near the clock tower entrance, if you're interested. Till next time.
Handy resource indeed, your field guide. I'm most pleased to be included.
It's astonishing what one can learn when keeping one's mouth shut in a common room. People feel at liberty to talk about anything there.
Revelio.
I hear Upper Hogsfield is lovely. Well, both Hogsfields.
Professor Black.
Lumos.
I love switchboards.
What are you up to now?
Arthur Six tried conjuring the killer.
Oh, don't do that. That's not necessary.
Glad you could make it. Lucan's just over there.
Accio! Levioso!
Can I help you? Can I help you?
Sebastian told me to see you about a club.
If Sebastian vouches for you, that's all I need to know. I coordinate duels for crossed wands. A dueling club of sorts. It's invitation only, so you must have really impressed Sebastian.
I'm flattered to hear that. Sebastian's not a bad duelist either.
Imagine it's quite something to see the two of you duel.
How does cross wands work exactly?
You show up, I match you with other duelists, and whoever is still standing in the end wins. It's our way of determining the school's greatest duelist once and for all. And to liven things up, the winner is awarded a prize. Interested?
Of course. Dueling's an entertaining pastime.
I agree. Besides, in crossed ones, you can duel with a partner if you like. Your first time I'll pair you with Sebastian. Next time, you'll need to bring a partner along, or duel alone. So, care to step into the ring?
Get me in the ring.
Spectacular! Let the fireworks begin!
We'll make you regret signing up.
Levioso!
Expulso! Find the one!
There goes my wager.
Don't shy away from
Levioso!
Expulso!
You're better than that!
Levioso! Levioso! Is that all you've got? Pity more people can't watch the duels.
Nice work. Sebastian wasn't wrong about you. There's strong competition ahead, but keep this up and you could be the next school champion.
Brilliant. Count me in.
I shall. Now, it takes time to organise these duels, but check with me later. I may have something lined up for you. Again, congratulations on your first crossed wands victory. Well fought. Hope to see you back here again.
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented flu powder.
I just know we were finally going to win the Quidditch Cup this year.
Wonder how Sharp injured his leg. I'd wager it was something to do with his time as an aura.
Oh, I can't wait to have a nap in front of
Revelio.
anyone who isn't a pure-blood Slytherin.
Power should be kept in all.
I'd spend the entire day in Hogsmeade if I could. Good thing Professor Weasley takes her role seriously, since Black clearly has no interest in his.
Mine would be the Kneasel that lurks about our back garden at home.
A Kneasel? Your prophet would be...
This looks like the location from the painting. What could be so special about it? Lumos. Let's get you back to your frame, little moth.
I suspect most of
I knew there was a connection. I should tell Lenora that I solved the puzzle of that empty frame.
Watch what you're doing.
Revelio.
Classes are horrendously boring, and Professor Binns is still as dull as when you were in school. Oh dear, I shall get in trouble for this.
Is everything all right?
Oh, hello. Thank you for asking. I'm Cressida, by the way, and I'm afraid everything's not all right. I may be in a spot of trouble with the librarian. You see, I'm fond of creating my own charms. Thought I'd perfected my light as a feather charm to use on my library books. My arms get so tired carrying them around all day. But I must have confused the Latin word for feather with bird in my incantation, because when I opened my bag just now in the library, they literally took flight.
That sounds brilliant, actually.
Thank you. Somehow I don't think the librarian will see it that way. I collect the books and remove the charm myself, except this isn't the first time one of my charms has threatened the peace of the library. Amit told Madame Scribner they were my books flying around, so she said that if I caused her any more trouble, she'd write to my parents. Perhaps you could get them for me. There are only 5. She won't be suspicious of a new student looking around.
Why did Army tell Madame Scribner that they were your books?
Oh, to be perfectly honest, I don't think he meant any harm. I think he was impressed, bragging on my behalf. Amit spends a lot of time gazing at the stars, but he knows a good charm when he sees one.
I suppose I could help, if I have the time.
Oh, I'd very much appreciate it. One of the books is my diary. I'd rather it not fall into the wrong hands. If you could collect them and bring them to me, I can remove the charm.
Can you remind me what you needed help with again?
I need someone to collect the 5 books flying about the library for me. One of them is my personal diary, and I'd really like to have it back before it falls into the...
I'm going to have to use Accio to get to those books. Only 4 more to go.
The most I've ever been able to conjure was a single quill.
Lumos. That's the last book. Now to take them back to Cressida. Hello, Cressida. I collected your books, including your diary.
Oh, what a relief. Thank you. I'll happily take the heavy lot off your hands now.
Here you are.
Well, lesson learned. I certainly won't be practicing any charms in the library again anytime soon. Now, to work out where I went wrong. Perhaps I should start brushing up on my Latin. Thank goodness some people are trustworthy. Certainly wouldn't want anyone but me reading my diary.